thorough, we don't fake it. Still I can tell when niggas change. See, I'm from the basement. Maybe I'm in the flats and something swavy, slightly faded. Lately I really on my shit, see they supposed to hate it. So Kevin Gated, and I know hoes that run around, and they been moving like some cops. You play around and you get pop. Still got the business on the yacht.
Alright, so let's talk, man. Tell me your story. We live. It's your man True. We got another True Stories. I got my dog, Jeezz, in the building. How you doing, bro?
What's going on? I'm chilling, man. Good night, I'm just chilling, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. It's a new year. It's 2020. How you feeling, man? You the type of dude that usually have like a 2020 resolution, or?
I don't know. I feel like every year I got a new vision. You know, like every year is just like to do better. You know, it's 2020 now. You know, 2020 starting out right for me. A lot of bad energy trying to come my way, but like I'm kind of like holding it down. Just keep pushing it.
Yeah. You said the bad energy coming your way early.
Yeah, bad. You know, the devil always trying to mess with you, bro.
Right. I dig it, man. You gotta push through that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for the people that don't know you, tell them where you from, man. Tell them where you originally from.
So I'm from Williamsport, 570, 17701. That's honestly like 3.5 hours from Pittsburgh, for real, if you didn't know that. You know, a lot of people only know us from like East, you know, and like basically for the Little League World Series on the South Side. You know, that's a lot of people know of us. You know, but a lot of people in Philly, they know of us too.
Where you say it was?
Williamsport, PA.
Okay. That's dope. What's it like over there, man?
It's cool, you know. Like, I mean, a lot of we known for is basketball, you know. So like a lot of people doing their thing.
That's like a sports town.
It's just somewhat, you know. There's not too much to do. It's a little ass town, bro. Like I'm trying to tell you, like Williamsport is little as hell.
Yeah. What is it to do? What was you doing out there?
For real, I really didn't get into too much. Man, honestly, last time I was at home, I was trying to find a job for real, and I couldn't find one out there, so that's why I ended up transferring. I came out went to Indiana, and then I came to Pittsburgh.
Right. That's dope, man. So that's how I was gonna ask you. So just moving around, how'd you end up coming to Pittsburgh? What was that?
Well, I was up in Indiana. I was going to school. You know, I was there for like 4 years. And I had a chance. I was gonna go to LA. This girl I was politicking with, I was talking to, we was gonna go to LA, you know. And then basically I ended up coming to Pittsburgh because, you know, the music shit was already popping here for me. You know, there wasn't a lot of shit going on, but I seen that there was a lot of artists that was doing their thing. Like, you know, when you go to LA, everybody is a star in LA. You know, it's hard to get on out in LA. You know, it's easy as it sounds. You know, but Pittsburgh, it was so close. Plus, I knew everybody was in Pittsburgh. I was like, you know, why not come to Pittsburgh?
Yeah, you seen that we definitely our music scene is growing.
Definitely this year too.
Growing like crazy, you know what I mean? So it's definitely a good place to be and a good place to start marketing and building your career. So I understand that move right there.
There's a lot of entrepreneurs out here, you know.
Definitely. So how long you been in the city? How long you been in Pittsburgh?
I've been in like 2 years, I want to say. You know, yeah, about 2 years now.
How you liking it, man?
Listen, I take the good with the bad. You know, like it's been a lot of love out here. You know, I had a lot of fun out here. I shot a lot of videos out here. You know, I had a lot of good memories. And it's only been 2 years. You would think I was from here the way I be holding shit down.
Right. So for the people that don't know, you're a musician, you're a rapper, producer, what are you?
I'm just like an all-around type of person, you know, like I'm a musician, you know, I'm a brand owner, you know, like I really like art, you know, I'm into sports, you know, I'm just kind of like talented in everything, to be honest.
Most definitely. So your main thing is the music, man. So talk to people, like how'd you really start getting into the music, when you start taking music serious?
The music scene like my brothers and everybody used to really do the rapping and everything like that. I was kind of like more on the producer side. When I first got into it, it was probably like 8 years ago. And there really wasn't too many rappers that was really, you know, really doing anything back then. Only a few of us, you know. So anyway, I used to go by DJ Jeezz, you know, and the name was kind of long, you know, but somebody came up with the name when I was real young, and it kind of stuck with me. And then Then I had got on the track and somebody said that they liked how I sounded on it. You know, like I never planned on picking up rapping. That was never the go-to. You know, it just kind of fell on me.
You was
like
a DJ first.
Yeah, like my roommate, he was a Fever. You know, Fever Caesar, shout out him back home. He was he was doing his thing, and it kind of like I just took interest into it. You know, very soon.
Right, so what you used to record at the crib, or you used to put your money together to go record, or what was that?
Honestly, I did all my recording at home, you know, like I learned everything from the crib, you know, like from producing, engineering, you know, it wasn't even to say that I wasn't really the best producer, you know, I was making good beats, I had the vision for it, you know, but like I just kind of like started mastering everything from home before I even got into the studio, because I never spent my money on it, it was always on bills.
Right. So who had the equipment? Like, was y'all pitching in the bag? Like, how'd y'all get y'all first equipment?
No, I had a laptop. I had like a HP or something like that, and I downloaded Cool Edit Pro, and I just kind of like went at it with it. Right. I had this little crappy microphone, but it did the job if I knew how to master it right.
That's what's up. So, what was that point in your life where you was like, all right, man, I'm gonna start taking music serious. This is what I'm going to really start doing. I'm gonna really start pursuing music and start investing in myself. And when was that moment? What was that moment?
I say like 3-4 years ago, I had got up to IUP. I was up there, and I don't know. I just started seeing, like, I shot one video, and the video just looked crazy, you know. And then I just started, like, I was like, damn, I've been doing this for so long. I was like, you know, I might as well cut a check for this. You know, so I just started taking it serious. I started building my YouTube, started building my SoundCloud. You know, I was living on SoundCloud for a long time before I got on any other major platform. You know, and that just was like, you know, it just took off for there.
That's dope, man. So you went to IUP, that's why you was up in Indiana, and you made that transition out here first?
Yeah, I was at Can't Be Around too.
Okay.
I was like a small business college.
Okay, that's dope, that's dope. So what you working on now? Talk to the people, man. What you got in the as far as the music?
Right now, it's I just dropped a tape. It's called Flashbacks.
Okay.
Really just kind of like my main focus has been on my brand. You know, I got a brand. It's called Swavy. You know, but for the most part, I just been working on my. I dropped the tape, and then now I'm just kind of like shooting all the videos for it now.
That's dope. That's dope. Where can they pick up that tape? You said it's called Flashbacks?
Yeah, it's on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal. It's not on SoundCloud, but you can find other versions of it, and it's on YouTube.
That's dope, man. Yeah, I seen some of the videos on your page, man. You definitely got some heat on there, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get, you know, like I'm trying to build like you know, like a good audience, you know, so I gotta have a good vision on there. You know, everybody they see the clean shit. I feel like draw attraction.
The songs that's on your Instagram, like the videos on there, that's the ones that they're gonna be on that's on your tape?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there's definitely some heat on there. So you was talking about your brand, you was talking about Swavy. That's your clothing line, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man, that stuff's dope, man. I seen in a couple of videos that we shot, man. So talk to people about that, man. What is that?
So Swavy, like it started like a couple years ago. I kind of like came up with the name with it, and I always had the vision for it, but I just knew I didn't have like the energy to put into it at that time. You know, like so I kept it to myself. I told like maybe a couple of different few, and then up to like I think like 2 months ago we ended up actually doing a drop for Swavy. You know, and it was like in, a month or 2 months prior to that we was coming up the business plan and just kind of like. Just shooting around like ideas, you know, and then I ended up drawing it out, and you know, and then as soon as it landed on a shirt, it just started moving. And we only had one launch. I was like, all right, so it's basically Swavy. So the slogan for it is like ride the wave, so you always stay Swavy. You know, it's just like kind of like how you would say, oh, you wavy or you dripping or any type of like. You know, a form of way that in other cities that people say that you kind of like you got swag, you know. I was like, so that shit's Swavy.
It sound like swag and wavy put together.
Yeah, so it's like Swavy, so it just got everything registered, so we all good to go.
So y'all be using that in like y'all regular day like conversation, or that's just like the.
Yo, you know, for a little bit when I first launched this shit, you know, I was saying Swavy like crazy, you know, because you could say Swavy in you know for all different types of things, you know, so like. When I first dropped the shirt and everybody started rocking it, everybody was like, yeah, that's just Swavy, yeah, that shit's dripping, you know. So now it's kind of getting trendy now.
That's dope. dope, man. So where can they pick some of the shirts up at? Like,
Right now we just on Instagram. We on Instagram. We got a page for that. That link is in my bio. We do got our website. It's kind of under construction right now. So until we get the more of the product, you know, I'm still at the very beginning learning this thing. You know, as being a business owner myself, you know, so we at the very early stages of it, you know, so just stick with us, you know, and because you already see the gear is already official, you know, as I grow, my mentality just grow with it, you know, it's gonna pop.
That's dope. You talk about being a business owner, what's it like, man? I know, like myself, it's definitely challenging, but you know what I mean, I know you gotta push yourself to keep going, so how do you, like, push through with being a young business owner?
You know, everything come with, you know, with stress, you know. That's how I kind of feel it. You know, like everything that, you know, I feel like at the beginning, it's a lot more stressful trying to get it up and running, you know. But like, you know, what's satisfying is when you know, make something successful. You know, like even with the brand, you know, like I was trying to get it together for years, you know, and I never landed it on the shirt. But once I landed it on the shirt and I got the pictures and I got the vision and I got mottos that's in the shirts and stuff, I'm like, damn, this shit, you know, it came out beautiful, you know.
That's dope. Yeah, I always feel like we always put like something in front of us and we just let it just get big and we don't tackle it like we should.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And that just makes it hard. But once we get it over with, it's like, oh damn, that hard part's over. Now the shit's just flowing. You know what I mean? So once we just tackle some shit.
Yeah, like when we when we first launched, we launched online and it completely failed. Only person one person bought it. Mm-hmm. You know, so I was sick. What happened?
That's not a fail.
Yeah, but like I was like, damn, put all this work in this shit. I went out here and did all this. I had to, and then even my friends, like it was even my closest people. It was like nobody was getting it. Nobody would get it. Right. You know, but as soon as it touched my hands and people seen it, they was grabbing 2, 3 here, there. I was like, oh, now y'all want. I was like, all right.
Exactly. That's dope. Shout out to everybody that cop up.
Uh-huh.
Man, make sure y'all go pick up them Swavy shirts. I'm saying them shits is official. I mean, so what you working on right now, bro? Like, what type? You got some music in the works? You got the tape out?
Right now, I'm trying to. My main focus is putting these music videos out, you know, right. And I really want to go on tour. That's kind of like, you know, I feel like that's what I want to do now. You know, like I've done so much. You know, I was just in Florida, in Gainesville, Florida. Shout out to them. I shot a music video out there. Then I went back out there for a second time, and I ended up shooting a little behind the scenes of what I was getting into. You know, it's kind of like vlogging the whole trip, and that was fun. You know, so now it's like my next thing is like I need to take this on tour. You know, go to different cities. You know, I'm trying to get a passport right now.
Right, most definitely. That's definitely the move. Keep it moving. You know what I mean? So you was talking about music videos. I definitely work with you on the.
Yeah, we shot Bougie.
You know what I mean? So. Talk to him a little bit, because that video's going crazy, you know what I mean? Dope song, crazy videos, doing numbers on YouTube right now. So talk to him, how'd that song come about with you and Lucci?
Well, like Lucci, it came, he had hit me with the idea, you know, I want to say like, I don't know, like 2 months ago or something like that. And we ended up getting into the studio. We ended up locking that session in, you know, with Alicia, and we just kind of like blew it out. The part that shit, it just came out fire. You know, we was in there, we just vibing and shit, it came out fire. And we was having fun with it, you know, and then he hit me up about it a couple weeks later, you know, maybe even a month later about shooting the video. So we ended up shooting the video, you know, obviously with True Visions, you know, let's set that up, you know, and it just came out official. You know, like the whole thing came out, I feel like exactly how it was supposed to, so we trying to make that shit pop right now.
Right. Talk to him about, you got anything to say about the video, man, because it was definitely a fun experience for me, man. That was, you know what I mean, y'all came with the energy, y'all came with the dope song, so like talk to him a little bit about that video, man. The
video was fun. You know, it was one, like, you know, like I shot a lot of videos, you know, like, and sometimes you shoot with certain people and it don't always mix well, you know. But like, you know, I feel like we came and shot the video and everything, the energy, everything was just, it was legit. You know, we had good settings, you know, we had the background with it. You know, we had a lot of people come through. It was big, you know, and it was just real fun doing it.
I swear, yeah, that was a dope video. So, what you like in the studio, bro? You like the freestyle, you like the write. You know what I mean, you smoking, drinking, you like a lot of people. Talk to people, like, what's your vibe?
I like just being around people that, you know, like I got good energy with, you know. Mostly just an artist, you know, or like who else that I'm with, you know. I like to have fun, you know. Like, I don't really do the whole freestyle. Like, you know, I'll do it, you know, like, cause I like having fun. Like, one of my homies, you know, we out here freestyling, you know, we just having fun. But when I get to the studio, like, I'm just in. I'm focused, you know, like I'm trying to get this shit done because obviously we paying for it, so we know we under their time, and I'm just trying to have fun when they get it out there, you know. But I'm like real playful in the studio. I like to just have fun.
Most definitely. What's your style like? Describe to people like, what's your style like if they never heard none of your music?
I already say like I always say like I got I got that Cole vibe, you know, like that J. Cole vibe, you know. But like I always say, but that's his style, you know. For like I always like when people ask me like what my style is, I say it's my style, you know. Like I guess I got my own style, you know. It's different, you know. I feel like nowadays everybody mimic other styles. You know, they want to do this, they want to do the other one, they want to do whatever they doing, and you know, instead of just be themselves, you know. And I think you stick out when you say yourself, you know. So I feel like I always had that Cole vibe, but I can get real Drake, you know, or I can get, you know, I can get mimic these other styles and do that too, you know, and just kind of like change it up. But like I just got that good vibes, you know, that car shit. Like I feel like my music is that when you in that car and you just driving on the highway, or whatever you smoking, or just relaxing, or you thinking in your head, that's the type of vibes I give.
Oh, definitely. So, like if you could work with anybody right now, who would you want to work with? Like you could pick up the phone and just call somebody like, yo, pull up to the studio right now.
If I was in that type of lane where I could just call her anybody, I'd call her Breezy in a heartbeat. You know, if I'm calling, or I'm calling the baby, you know, or I'm calling DJ Khaled, you're like, let's do something together, you know, because I know anything they hop on is bound to be successful, and it's a hitter. Right. You know, so like if I'm calling somebody and and you got it with good vibes, and I know the music video gonna be lit, you know, and it's always gonna be good energy.
I'll go crazy on the video.
Yeah, listen, I call up Breezy right now, and he hop in one of my videos, boom. You know, and not to mention, like obviously it's gonna pop, you know, but it would be a lot of fun working with him too, you know. Exactly. I can already read vibes, you know, like every one of his videos is popping.
Right. So what you listening to right now? What's on your Apple Music? What's on your title? What you got playing right now on your playlist?
To be honest, right now, what I'm listening to a lot, I listen to a lot of Rod Wave. You know, I listen to this dude a lot. You know,
I'm down with dude. I ain't hear him. I see a lot of people posting him, but I ain't really down with him yet. I'm gonna have to check.
You gotta listen to him. If you just sit down and just listen to it, you know, like I like when people when they talking about something, you know, and he really talking about something, you know. So like when I first heard it, you know, I first heard the first song. I think I seen him on Twitter, and I seen it. So I was like, bro, it's really talking about something. I was like, I felt this shit, so I went home and I was listening to it, or I was at the gym or something, you know, and I just started fucking with it. I listened to him. I used to, before Rod Wave, you know, I listened to people like in increments, you know, like in sections, you know, like before Rod Wave, like 2-3 months ago, I listened to DaBaby. Everybody knew that. I was listening to DaBaby. I've been listening to DaBaby forever, before he blew and all that. Right. You know, I'm listening to DaBaby months, nonstop, just DaBaby. But after that, or before that, was TSU, you know, or Corey Finesse. You know, I listen to a lot of people that aren't mainstream too.
Okay. So what you feel about the music industry? Like, is you trying to get signed? You trying to stay indie? Like, what's your plan with this music?
I think I don't know. I think whatever happens, kind of like happens whatever it goes. You know, if I was gonna sign with somebody, I had to know that, like, you know, like the vision was theirs, it was ours. You know, I feel like sometimes when you sign with labels, you know, they have you in these predicaments where you don't own your own shit. And there's all these, you know, these scenarios and things that people say about the business, you know, like I'd rather stay independent. You know, if that went my way, I stay independent. But if like Def Jam called me or Jeezz called me or some shit like that, like what? Yeah, let's go. You know, I'm running with it.
So how you feel about the industry? You know they be saying it's Grammy as hell and shit like that. Like what you feel about that?
I witnessed my side, you know, like just in the underground world, you know, I witnessed my side, so, you know, like I could just imagine what it could be like, you know, but like I can't, that's all hearsay for me, so I can't really say, you know, what, like for the people that's already been in there, but like for me, just being in the business I am, in the underground business, it's had its up and downs, you know.
Right. So you said you had your side, like what you mean? Like, can you elaborate a little bit?
Like I linked up with some labels before, you know, not anybody I really want to mention, but like, you know, like back in my past, you know, like, and it just wasn't what it was supposed to be, you know. So like I had my bad, like, you know, even working with certain artists, or, you know, when they come to the business side, you know, sometimes things just fluctuate different, you know, and it either go south or it go for the better, you know.
So what you signed or something, or you signed a deal, or you ain't?
Nah, like I was, it was a label. It was a little small record label back home. You know, it was like when I first started getting into the music, and he was bringing me on, but like it was so much to it. You know, like that. I thought one thing was one thing, and it ended up being another. You know, I ended up at this show, and it wasn't what it was supposed to be, and these are the people that, you know, it was just weird. Right. You know, to the point where I was like, you know, I'm not fucking with this. I'm not fucking with them. Right. You know, and that's what it is. I'm gonna just go independent and do my own thing. You know.
Right. So where you see yourself with this music, like, you know what I mean? Where you trying to take it to? You trying to take it serious? You trying to take it to the next level? Like, what's your plans with it?
That's a good question, because really with the music shit, you know, this is always about, you know, like making good music and trying to feed my family. That's it. The whole famous and shit, you know, I never cared about none of that shit. I don't care for the, you know. Now I love being on camera, I love being on stage and all that shit, but that's not what it is for me. I don't want to be famous. I was just always trying to get money, you know, get my little brother out of jail, you know, make money for my moms, my pops, for everybody. You know, it was just always something, you know, that I'm just having fun with. I'm just having fun with it. But now at this point, as I get older, I'm like, well, I'm trying to, like, I've been doing this for a minute. I was like, yo, let's take this real serious, you know. Right. So that's a lot of what I do in my life, you know, is I'm writing music, I'm shooting videos, I'm doing shows, you know. So now at this point, I'm just trying to pop, just trying to have something pop.
No, definitely. Damn, you said your little bro, he locked up right now?
Yeah. Free my little brother, Casey.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. Free your little bro, man. So what's next for you, bro? Like, what's the plans, man? What's up with the, you continue to take the clothing line serious, or you just gonna push both of them, your music and the clothing, or
I think it's like, I'm combining them right now, you know. It was like, I'm doing the music, you know, but like, let's say the music should pop, you know, like I need something behind that, like, you know, the kind of just merch off, you know, because you can't, everybody try to have their hands in just one thing. Like, my hands is in everything. You know, like I said, it's like a business owner, my hands is just like in everything. So I'm trying to get the music pop, have the clothing brand become successful. You know, that's gonna build a fan base for that shit. You know, that's gonna build the clout for it. You know, and I just want to put all my energy behind that. You know, let's say I pop tomorrow, I would really put almost 85% of my energy into my brand. You know, right now I can't do that because I gotta move differently. You know, but like I really want Swavy to be like Nike. You know, like, why can't we be Nike? You know, like Nike, but why can't we be if we work just as hard, you know?
Right. I feel you 100%. So I always ask, this is something I'm starting to do. I'm trying to, you know what I mean, get a little thing going. I ask people the same question. So I asked a couple of guys, what would you tell yourself, if you see yourself 10 years, the you from 10 years ago, what would you tell yourself?
If I seen, like 10 years ago?
Yeah, like you see yourself from 10 years ago walking down the street, like what would you stop and tell yourself?
I would say keep it pushing, bro. You know, like, you know, you about to go through some shit in life, but keep that shit pushing. You know, and if I could really, you know, elaborate, you know, just to, you know, just work harder. You know, a lot of shit I took like, you know, I took my youth, you know, like, and people telling me certain things, you know, and I just want to listen. Like, it'd be like, you need to just listen, open your ears, you know, because when I was a kid, yo, man, like 10 years ago, I wasn't listening to shit. I didn't listen to nobody. It was just me, and I was just moving. Right. You know, so like, it would really just to be listening, keep your head down, and just make this money, you know, gather your money, because that's what's going to matter in the end.
Most definitely. I can feel that. So damn, man, we coming to anything specifically you want to talk about, man? Anything you want to let the people know about yourself?
All right, listen, you know, it's Swavy gang. You know, we here with True Vision, Lon Lucci. You know, it's 2020. We gotta be making moves, you know, better energy this year. You know, like, I'm keeping all that bad energy out of it. You know, it's 570. I love y'all, man. That's my city. That's what I rep for, bro. I love it, Pittsburgh. You know, hopefully 2020, we trying to make big moves. You know, right. You know, shout out Lon Lucci. Yo, shout out everybody that's been showing me love this year. If y'all know where to follow me, it's on Instagram. Everybody, I be trying to tell everybody, man, it's Rob Jeezz, 2 Z's, yo, with a J. A lot of people do it with a G, and I thought y'all like, that's not what it is. It's Rob Jeezz, that's it.
Don't worry, I'm gonna put it right there, right?
Yeah, put that shit big.
Right there, like, point somewhere, and wherever you point, I'm gonna put it.
Big facts.
Right here, I'm gonna put it right there.
Yeah, put that shit right there. I need it big as shit, Rob Jeezz, you know.
I got you.
Swear to God, right there.
Yeah, real shit. So, like, what you feel about the Pittsburgh music, man? Like, how you feel about the scene right now? Like, what's your mind right on it?
Yo, listen, when I came to Pittsburgh, you know, Pittsburgh is talented, you know.
Right.
Pittsburgh has, you know, it has talented artists. When I first came out here, I was working with a dude, and he was nice, bro. It was super nice. He, you know, like it was different for me because going to being in Indiana, you know, a lot of people when IUP, they would listen to Jimmy Wobble, you know, like that. When I first, you know, found out about Jimmy Wobble, I was in Indiana, and I would hear it at the parties and shit. And now it was like, I'm different. Like I grew up around like a lot of Philly and New York dudes, you know, like never Pittsburgh, you know, like I always wanted to come to Pittsburgh, but like I never grew up around them, you know. So I was listening to Jimmy Wobble, you know, and when I first came to Pittsburgh, I met Hardo. I actually met him out front of the Flats. So I always listen to, but I like Jimmy Wobble though. And then I met another dude that he didn't, because Pittsburgh has their own sound. You know, Pittsburgh has legit their own sound. Like a lot of cities don't, but you know, Pittsburgh has their own sound. You know, so I was doing that, and then I started doing some music with other artists like Lon Lucci, you know, Alicia. We just started putting things together. You know, I worked with a lot of people actually, to be honest. And I started shooting videos out here. It's a good place to shoot videos too. You know, but like the music scene, it could. When, like I said, it was Jimmy Wobble, it was Mac Miller, rest in peace, Mac Miller, was Khalifa, you know. But like, those are the mainstream people. And then you had Jimmy Wobble was about to blow up, you know. You know, like, he wasn't mainstream, you know. He was one of them young dudes, a very young dude about to blow up. You know, that's why I say with Pittsburgh, they had the potential, but if they show more love here, you know, if there was more love, that's a lot of things what I'm trying to build out. Like, if people show more love, you know, like, especially friends, family, close people, you know, show that more love, it could be bigger. Just like sports, you know, everybody look at sports, like it's a sport, like music is a sport. You know, people just don't appreciate the music scene. Like they appreciate basketball and football and all that. They don't appreciate it because we just young and we trying to put things together. You know, they call you wannabes or whatever the case is. You know, they don't appreciate it. But like the music scene, it could pop here. You know, that's why I've stayed. I was gonna leave and go somewhere else, but I was like, let me stay in Pittsburgh. You know, because if we can build this, if they niggas start showing love, we can really build this and pop out here.
Yeah, that's a great answer because I feel the same way. I feel like the city it's an amazing city to, you know what I mean, really build something. You know what I mean? You spoke about WAP, rest in peace WAP. You know what I mean? Rest in peace Mac Miller.
Yes, for real.
You know what I mean? We had so much great talent, you know what I mean? A lot of people went before their time, and that's definitely unfortunate.
I went to that Mac Miller visual too. When he died, I went right to and it was a crazy experience for me. You know, like growing up in Williamsport, I always wanted to live in Pittsburgh. You know, I don't know if this is a fact, you know, or not, but I know they shot some of the Batman movies here in Pittsburgh. You know, I was seeing, I'm like, man, I want to come to Pittsburgh. You know, I always say Pittsburgh always had that good vibe to it. When I first came, I was like, it got a good vibe here. There was some love, you know, every time I came out, and so we did that, you know. But like I said, I always wanted to come to Pittsburgh, and I would listen to Mac Miller. But like getting to go to that visual and feel that energy, bro, the energy was. Like being at that, like I never felt nothing like that before. Like the energy was so unique, it was so different. Right. The vibe was just good, and it was for Mac Miller because he was a great artist, you know. Right. So I did get to go to that, so that was a good experience for me.
That's dope, man. Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Mac. Yeah, he was dope. He was super amazing artist. You know what I mean? Gone before his time. You know what I mean? Pittsburgh is definitely a beautiful city. Man, they shot more than The Dark Knight here, man. There's numerous
movies, shows.
Like, I mean, and it's definitely a good city. Where you say you would go if you was going to leave Pittsburgh?
I always said I wanted to go to LA. You know, like my big vision, you know, in the last year, it's just been for Florida. You know, like go to Florida, everything. My people is comfortable. I can go to Florida, just like I can in Pittsburgh. I can go there and be comfortable. You know, I got that feeling about it. But and I've been out there and I loved it. You know, when I was out there, I loved being in Florida. You know, but it just seemed like, all right, if I go to Florida, am I gonna do the same thing out there here in Pittsburgh? You know, I could build that fan base, build that crazy, but I'm trying to go somewhere and really finesse. You know, really pop. You know, I think LA will be the move. You know, but like, you gotta go to the heart. You gotta go to the heart of LA. You know, Los Angeles. You know, but like I only know a few people out there. You gotta have some crazy bills. You know, crazy money to be out there too. You know, so like it either be LA or Florida, one of the two.
Okay, two dope spots. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about expanding, man. I like Houston. And
Texas.
Yeah. I got peoples down there. I got some connections. I like Atlanta. I got a lot of connections in Atlanta right now. So.
Everybody talk about Atlanta. You gotta go.
Yeah. You ain't never been down there?
I've been I actually lived in Griffin, Georgia.
Okay.
A small period of time, you know, but I lived in Griffin, Georgia for a small period of time. And But I was so young, I don't even remember if I actually went down to the city, you know, so never, nothing like that, you know, but I did, but just saying Atlanta, you know, like Georgia, you know, like, yeah, I lived down there for a little bit when I was young.
Right. My main thing with wanting to expand, because Pittsburgh is, like I always say, it's a great platform for you to build, you know what I mean, but if our main thing is music in the industry, we don't really have no labels here, you know what I mean, we ain't got no record labels here, we gotta reach out, so like we gotta be where they're at. You know what I mean? We gotta put ourselves in that position and be around those people.
But I feel like Wiz gotta like, I mean, the way he really rep Pittsburgh. If I was him, I'd come down here and open up some shit right downtown or somewhere. Well, you know, they always got ID labs, but you know, like they got a lot of studios, but they don't got no record labels.
Yeah.
You know that I know of. You know, like I feel like
Rostrum, that's who pushed. That's who got behind Wiz and made sure, you know what I mean, put Wiz on. But yeah, that's who got behind him. But yeah, man, we need some more labels that's gonna push this rap and this hip hop music. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's what I want. I wanna, if I got on to tomorrow, bro, yo, I definitely come back home. There's so much talent back home. Where I'm from in Williamsport,
right.
There's so much talent. There's so much hate too. You know, like there's a lot of hate back home, but there's a lot of love too. You know, that covers up all that hate. You know, and so like if we had a label back home, to really feed some of these young boys, a lot of them is nice. You know, a lot of them is nice. So, you know, I feel like this should be a record label. This, you know what Pittsburgh should have, which I don't, is an NBA team. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like,
we do. And we got some hoopers, man. We should have an NBA team. The closest thing we got is
College ball, Panthers.
We got the Sixers in the NBA, and our college team, they all right.
They should. If y'all had a fucking NBA team, it would pop. I'll be at a lot of those games.
Yeah, I would definitely.
Cause I've been to the football games.
I would try out. Fuck it.
Yeah, you a baller.
Yeah, I'm nice. Yeah, I'm alright.
That's what they all be saying.
Oh, shit.
Everybody say that.
Oh no, man, you don't want to see me like that.
That's what Lucci said too.
That's a whole different conversation, man. We're gonna go there.
Just because you're tall don't mean you can ball.
I ain't say that. I wasn't always tall. You know what I mean? I used to be short.
Yeah.
So I still got the shooting guard mentality. You know what I mean? And I got the height now. So. Yeah,
Lucci said something like that, but he still hasn't come to the court.
Lucci?
Yeah.
He be balling.
I think he finessing.
He playing that football.
Yeah, he could play football probably, but he not as fast as me though. So.
Oh man, we're gonna have to set that up. I might have to film that.
Yeah, set that up. I'll show you with it. I'll show you with it.
You heard it here, man. He calling you out, man. He talking that, you know what I mean? It's on. We're about to set that up. We're gonna film that.
Yeah, film that.
We might have to do a premiere for that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pay world exclusive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're gonna drop the link. Yeah, you know what I mean, y'all wanna see this 1-on-1. Yeah, you know what I mean, let me know.
Yeah, he don't want to do that. He don't want to do that.
All right. Y'all heard it here.
You heard it here first.
Swear. So yeah, man, this was a dope interview, man. Anything else you gotta say to the people?
No, just shout out my city. Right. Again, 570 Williamsport. Shout out Pittsburgh. You know, shout out all the love I've been getting out here. You know where to find me at Instagram. You know, you guys know where to find me at now. We gonna make big moves 2020. You know, shout out True Vision. Always showing love every time I come through. Always good energy, and let's just bless up, you know. Like I said, yo, for anybody, you know, like it's a new year, and bad energy gonna come around, but we gonna overcome all that.
Yeah, most
you know, like I be saying all the time, the devil be out here, you know, and you just gotta, you know, just stay focused. You know, like I got a vision right now, and I'm just like right here with it, tunnel vision.
You gotta have tunnel vision.
You know, and I'm only bringing good energy around me. All that bad negative stuff, you can keep that around me. Right. You know, so bless out. You know, shout out 2020. Let's get it.
2020, man. Hey, man, thanks again. I appreciate you. Super dope interview. I'm sure the people really gonna appreciate this. They got, you know what I mean. They really gonna get to know you, know where you came from, and I think that's gonna make them, you know what I mean, fuck with your music a lot more. And just, it's all about the people. They want to know you. You know what I mean. It really ain't all about the music now. You know what I mean. They want to know who they listening to. So I think they got a good understanding. I think this do some justice, man. You know what I mean? So I appreciate your time. I appreciate you, you know what I mean, being here and telling your true story, letting people know. It's your boy True Vision, my dog Rob Jeezz. We out.
Yeah, nothing but true stories. True stories.
All right, so let's talk, man. Tell me your story.